Hello, welcome back to City Skylines with me, Neat, and we are back in the wonderful Goldfield, my first ever go at playing City Skylines 2. And we left off on the last episode with building up our first ever shopping outlet. I've done some slight tweakments. Essentially, I've turned the car parks around because it was causing loads and loads of traffic issues. By having them facing inwards, people were cutting over corners and things like that. So these areas are now filling in with kind of car parks, I guess. And I wonder whether these are going to be enough car parks, to be honest. They're both almost half full. So I'm almost tempted to actually pop in some roads behind and creeping in another 2 car parks. That kind of looks quite realistic to me. You drive in and you've got all these car parks to choose from, and then you walk your way in towards the centre. These buildings look so good. Look at that, I love it. And you know, they're all full. We've gone for EU mixed in this area, and I just think it suits it really, really well. And you can see there's quite a few people walking along here and, you know, making use of the space. Obviously we've got some land issues, which, can't be helped. Or I'm too lazy to fix it at the moment. So I was just having a little recap on what do we actually need to do moving forwards to expand the city, and we're looking at where demand is. Electricity wise, all is fine and dandy. Water wise, we are getting close to be running out of our water availability. So the first thing I wanted to pop in is a new, I suppose, pumping station, or maybe even upgrading the one we've got. Advanced pumping station, that would be with an upgrade. Let's just have a little look. We could buy the advanced water pumping station. I don't know how relevant that is for right now. I don't think we've got a big enough city potentially. And actually, if we just upgrade him and then see what that does. It's increased it a little bit, but not a lot. So we will just pop a buddy in, if we can fit one in, that is. And that should do the job for now. And then the other thing I was looking at is our education. We can see that our elementary school is in the red. We've got 345 people accessing it. We've got a capacity of 100, but we've got just 1,000, but we've got over 1,000 that are eligible, which means not many people are going to freaking school, which is snaughty of them. Now, the easiest thing we can do is pop the extension on, and that immediately should solve that issue. So if we go back to school, yeah, there we go. It has put it in the green, and it gives us the capacity. And then our high school is okay, fine and dandy, and then our college, again, those that are eligible and what we've got capacity for are cutting a fine line. So if we make our way over to our wonderful college that sits on this lovely island here, we can have a little look at what extensions this has. So this has the library, which just increases their chance of employability. At the moment we've got paths in the way, but that could fit in quite easily. And again, we've got an extension, and I think, why not? We'll pop the wonderful extension in, and now we should have more than enough capacity. So if we click on education, everything should be fine and dandy. At the moment, most of our the people living in Goldfield are uneducated or poorly educated and educated, but we don't have much in terms of well or highly educated yet. It's taking somebody an average of 6 years to graduate, and the dropout rate is sitting at 27%, which actually I don't think is that bad, but I don't think it's that great in terms of our efficiency is 27%. And it's mostly because we haven't got enough employees and our budget. So if we just have a look at our budget, did I restrict our education budget? I may well have done. Yes, I did. So if we just rack that up to 100% now, because we are, you know, we're doing well financially. We are making $1 million, almost $2 million a month at the moment. So let's see, there we go. Our efficiency is skyrocketed, our graduation and our dropout rate, everything has kind of fixed itself because I've given them money. Wouldn't that be nice if that was how it worked? It probably kind of does work that way. Now, the other thing that I was looking at is how is our transport, because we also, amended all our trains recently, and we are doing so well on transport. We've got 15,000 people living here and 16,000 people using public transport, which is amazing, and most of which are using our buses and our trains over taxis, which is kind of what I was hoping. And then we've also got quite a bit of cargo coming in, which I'm really, really happy about. We've got more trucks than we have cargo trains, but hopefully that will continue to improve. Whether or not there's a way to do that with a budget, let's just have a little look at our transportation. And again, we're not actually utilising all of it, so let's rack that up. And we might just fix all of our budgets, make sure they're all sitting. Yeah, so healthcare's down. We'll set everything up at 100%. I think we could get away with charging a bit more for our water and our electricity. Our roads are okay. Cool. So, is there a way of breaking that down? No. Okie dokie. So we're still doing well in terms of making money. Our production, we are in a good place right now, she says. Hesitantly. And then we've also got our first hospital, which we put in at the last episode, along with this really awesome parking, ready to kind of build this into more medium density housing. You can see that we haven't got any demand for medium density at the moment. They just want high density demand everywhere, which I don't know. Not high density. What am I on about? Low density, which personally I'm not a fan of. I think it's not, I don't know, to the standard that I want. I want this place to feel, just really, really built up. I want it to feel a bit more clustered. So I don't really want to have to fill this in with low density housing. And hopefully the demand for more medium and high density will grow. And I just wanted to have a quick little look at our trains. So this is our wonderful train station. We're not charging anybody to park there. We've got 2 car parks that are being used wonderfully, and the efficiency and everything is running really, really smoothly. So far, things have grown in, quite nicely, she says. What's happened over here? I've never seen this before. Electricity bottleneck. There is not enough electricity at this point. Oh. What, in the road? I've never seen that before. So what does that mean? Does that mean I need to put some... Will this fix the issue if we put lights on this road? No? Won't let me put lights on. I'll put trees on, but it won't let me put lights on. Interesting. Does anybody know what that means? Because our power station's there. The rest of the city's not moaning about power. So I'm intrigued. And then we've got a traffic accident. Oh dear. There's always a traffic accident. What did you do, mate? What did you do, you idiot? Zooming off of there. I just think this city's very, very pretty. Apart from whatever that electricity problem is. I've never seen that before. Very interesting. All these people trying to get into these car parks. Look at them. That will settle down as they all get in. I think it's just because they're all moving into these houses. They will all grow in fine and dandy soon enough. What are you all doing? Look at that. Well, there's the problem right there. They're all crossing on the roundabout. Idiots. If we put... Whether or not we can... I'm going to let that sort itself out. I think it will. I don't understand how that happens or why that happens, but apparently in City Skylines, people just cross in the middle of the bleeding roundabout. Right. So the next thing I want to do is we need to expand our city. So the first thing we're going to do is put in a new kind of low density development. And we want to think about water transport as well in today's episode. So we've got this lovely shopping centre. We've got the rail line backing onto it. I think, let's just double check where the wind is going. Wind is going that way. And we've got a little bit of blowout from the garbage centre over there. I'm wondering whether we either expand our low density up this way. We could potentially, where's all our nutrients? We've got some nutrients around there. And you'd kind of expect, yeah. We're going to go ahead and purchase this area of land to put in some more low density housing. And then if we just go and check resources, we've got lots of green, and let's just quickly see whether we need to pop in some more. We do. We need to pop in some more carrots and some probably corn. The chickens don't need to go here, so let's quickly, whilst we've got the space, pop in a carrot farm. Same for there, because why not have some random houses right by a highway? You know, I've seen weirder. I mean, I have seen weirder, to be honest with you. I absolutely have. And then again, we can just zone some in just along there, just to make it not look so strange. Now, we've got this lovely bit that comes all the way off and over, and it's just, yeah, how we're going to connect the dots on this side. So, I think we connect him into a big roundabout. I think that's probably wise anyway, and then we can do normal roads as we have done. So, we kind of want to just utilise this area. Let's just double check, because there was some resources here that we can use. There is oil here, and if we have a look at what needs oil, we've got it is literally just oil that needs oil. Yeah, everything else is ore, and we probably need 2 of you. So if we pop one in, wow, look at that, stunning. We've got this interesting space here as well where there aren't any houses. I'm just wondering whether we can creep a little road, maybe even doing like a small little alleyway that just creeps up the hill. Oh, you little bugger. Why have you all just completely for a second disconnected? Like, they shouldn't want to not exist just because I built a frickin' road. Not even near where you are, you idiots. Does anyone else get annoyed by that? Just me? Or just let all of this grow in? Might as well. We'll do a small house, small house, small house. Just to fill in some gaps, you know? Make it all nice and easy. So, we've now got probably a bucket load of oil that we're building. Like, yeah, look at that. Frickin' hell. Absolute tons of oil. Still in a slight deficit of a few things, but for the most part, we are raking it in. Even material goods, look at that. We are making everything apart from these petrochemicals, really. Yeah, everything that requires oil, we're in a deficit for, but the rest, We're a good city. We're a smart city. So now we need to supply some shops. We kind of need this to be its own little independent. Maybe I'm thinking like this is where there's probably some, I suppose, lower income houses where people are working at the big oil. You know, they're going to be working at Bumberfuel Heather Lane and at Inouye. So we want a bit of a high street, and then we want, you know, an area for, I suppose, people to. So I'm thinking if we go kind of straight, bit of a loop-de-loop background, and then we have hit a wall with our electricity. Would you look at that? So I guess that's to do with that battery thing, because technically we're producing enough, but it's our battery. I don't think we've got a battery. Yeah, I do not think we've got. Oh, we have got an emergency battery thing, but I don't think we've used it. So I think that might be the one thing that's going to fix it. So if we just creep him in next door, is that going to be strange? I don't know. We'll find out if that's the right thing to do. I kind of actually want to move him. Sorry, you're going to cost a ton, aren't you? Probably. And we're going to do a little road off the back where we'll pop him, and then we can just connect the power line up as we have done underground. Here we go. So is that going to fix our issue with battery power? Let's give it a moment. I wonder, it's saying, is that too high a voltage? Is that what it is? I think it's probably because it all has to go that way. So I had a little quick Google, and it said when you're finding an area has a bottleneck, you need to put in a transformer station, which we've just wasted money and put in. Whether or not that's going to do anything, let's have a little look. And would you believe it? That fixed it. I put in a battery pack and all I needed was this transformer station. Now we've got some traffic issues because we've got a load of people wanting to suddenly move into our city. We've also got some fire brigade issues. And if we check our fire brigade, we can't afford anything, which is fine. But we've only got one firehouse. One in the city so far, which to me is a problem. We will fix that, but without further ado, I just wanted to do our little high street for this area because I'm thinking this is going to be a really cute little... Oh, that's not quite what I wanted. Got to make you level. Yeah, I think that is probably not implausible. Well, it kind of is implausible actually. What we will do, let's just check the wind. The wind. Never mind, I was going to say we could put some industry there, but we can't massively put industry there. They're already causing some pollution just to have some oil stations. So, you know, what are we going to do? We need places to put oil. We haven't got a ton. She says there's a big thick area up there, but you know, there's not a load of places to put oil and things, so it is what it is. And it's just going to be a small little housing area over this bit. Shouldn't be... Ah, I see. There we go. And then the same for water, I forgot about that. There we go. And I think that area will end up looking really, really nice. We can almost give them their own little school as we build back. So these people might supply the housing and industrial areas that we've got growing up over there. And that's going to look really, really nice. I'm just going to look at some more farming. All carroted up, ready to go. And we've got, I don't know, the development's looking really, really good. I think this bit is going to be, like I said, maybe where people that are supplying the industry might end up living, and we'll do a kind of road that loops all the way around there as well. So they'll be, you know, connecting with that roundabout once we've upgraded enough and got enough development points to buy more land. So what I want to do whilst we're waiting is put in some more little slightly fancier housing in this area. So a bit more spacious. And it might sound silly when I say spacious, because at least in England, the fancy houses are often off of like little, not like main roads. They're often off of like little alleyways. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Might sound a bit odd, but you know, that's what we're here for. This one's going to go off and around that way. And then we'll have, you know, another one that kind of loops all the way around, joins back in, and it's just going to be, yeah, a little bit, what's the word? Just a bit more playful, like little cul-de-sacs, little things that zoom off in different directions, don't really know what's going on, but it's doing something, you know? There we go. And then we will just, you know, these people, they will pay for shopping deliveries. They don't need to have a ton of, things being bought for them. They don't need to go to a shop. They'll be delivered. That's what I'm meaning. Ooh. There we go. And hopefully that will fill in, and we'll put some little parks or something coming off of it. I'm just wondering whether we actually put down anywhere at all the campfire site. I don't think... Oh, I think we did. No, I don't think we have got the campfire site anywhere. Unless it's over there. No, that's not a campfire site. So that's really interesting. We haven't really played with this, and I'm thinking like it would be kind of near a school, wouldn't it, somewhere? And maybe if we make this bit a bit of a park once we can purchase up that bit of land, I think that might look quite nice. Yeah. Ooh. And then we've got loads of demand for some industry. So again, we'll just check where the wind is going. And it's basically all going up that way. But again, we're not going to be building there. This bit's causing some issues, and I think it will do. So we're going to end up moving all of that up more. And maybe even having some stuff start going up this way. Even if we just have a look over here. What have we got? We've just got one lot of oil. Whether or not we put... a couple of industry buildings, yeah, because it's all going up that way, and it'll start to get a bit bumpy. I think if we just put a few, you know, along here maybe for now, and hopefully there'll be relevant buildings maybe. then what we want to do is start thinking about putting in the water transport. There we go. And just to help with upgrading ourselves to the next level, we can put little roundabouts on the end. And then this is all going to be a little miniature industrial zone. There we go. And again, we're going to have to think of transport out to these regions. Yeah, we've got issues with nobody wanting to work there because it's quite rightly there isn't a bus to that area yet being the main word. So I think if we just go back to our public transport, yeah, so now we've got 20,000 people, so we've gained another 5,000 people using buses, and I can see that becoming an issue with our bus depot. So we're going to put in yet another 2 bus depot extensions, purely so that we can put in another bus line. So let's put in some stops. And we've got an issue with deaf care. What have we got? They're waiting for a hearse. So let's just have a little look at our deaf care. So our crematorium and cemetery available is absolutely fine. I think it is just the supplying of the hearses, isn't it? So we've got 7 out of 20 vehicles. So they're absolutely fine. They're just having a bit of a whinge. But we will start to get issues with our firehouse. So if we go to police station, they're all out and about, and the same with our firehouse. I think there's going to be an issue with distance of things. So if we have a little look at our firehouse, I think we could get away with popping one over here. That will supply all of that area, and then equally we'll have a look at plopping one there. And then if we look at police station, he's fine and dandy. Oh, we're out of snow season. December's almost over. Now we've got demand for offices, and we are growing in, look, some houses all around here. That's good. And we've got some more demand for offices. I think if we could pop some, maybe just all the way along there and around where the train station is. I think that's quite normal to have offices by a train station. And then equally just all the way up to the roundabout there. And potentially having offices. No, I think I'd still like that to be more, you know, even if it was that style. Houses. Shop, but not quite shop houses. I think that would look quite good. Right. I'm going to let all that grow in. Oh, that hospital looks really cool, doesn't it? It's quite modern. And we have 2 patients in the whole hospital. Definitely you'd have more than 75 employees. I mean, I work at a hospital that has like 360 beds, something like that. And we've got thousands of employees. So that's not realistic. Just saying. Right. Now, something I wanted to work on is waterways. So if we go to our transport, we've got tram-a-lams, which I think is definitely going to be worth putting in, particularly now that our city is quite girthy. It's not very tall, it's just like a pancake. But we are in water. So why not figure out a way of having waterways? So let's have a little look at our transport. If we go to boats, we've got a harbour and a cargo harbour. Now cargo I don't think we need right this second, but definitely a proper harbour would be swell. It's going to have issues with land, but this might be a good place to plop it in this slightly more built up area by where the hospital is. I think that could work quite well. So let's just have a little play around. We might have to make way for space. Overlapping items. I know, everything's overlapping, isn't it? I wonder if we could get away with like anarchy. And being able to just plop him somewhere and then fix the issue afterwards. Like, could that work? And then we just need to go back with the land. And then we can always soften it and always work on like key walls or something in the future. Because I think, you know, particularly a built up area, we probably might expect some key walls. So is that actually working? Is it functional? Is it going to be an issue? I don't know. Let's have a little look. Yeah, so it's now saying it's going to fit in there anyway. So fingers crossed if we can do a small it's going to jump over. Why are you going to jump over for? Let's not do that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have fixed one bridge of our boat route. We have literally fixed one. Look at it go. And it's not too steep, she says, looking hopefully and longingly at her viewers to tell her that that is a perfectly acceptable slope. Now we've got to do this one and that one and all the others. I mean, it's not absolutely ridiculous, it's just, I don't know, just not as smooth as I'd like it to be. And then we've only got one more to do without it being an absolutely obscene... See, that is just too much, that's just too much. Either that or we just don't let people go that way. Maybe people can't go that way from that bit. Because technically they can go around this way. So maybe that's what we do, we just don't put a bridge in there. I think we could do that for now. Just enable this road to continue on as it's always done. It's all connected. Yeah, I think that might be what we have to do. And now, finally, we just need to connect you out of here. Hey. What? Is that just not a way of... No. You can't do that. And then we could always put another harbour over there, I'm thinking. So now we've got a harbour. We've got a couple of optional upgrades. We've got a pier, which enables another another ship to dock, which can't really go in too many places. And then we've also got a transit terminal, which allows for a bus station. Can we not put that in? Yeah. I see what the problem is. I see. Let's just fix this road then to you. Seeing as you being a knob. Like what? What's overlapping? There you go. And then we can connect this up. There we go. And then make it green. Make it green. And we've got a ship place that actually does what it's supposed to do. And it's telling me I need a road even though we've got one. What's the problem now? You're literally connected to a road. Oh well, we'll leave him because I don't want to deal with it. So we're going to connect. And I don't think there is anything. Oh, there is. Okay. Path file finder failed? Why is that? What about out to here? Pathfinder failed. Why? It's just going to stop and do nothing. I'm just seeing if it works because I used Anarchy and I think he's having a bit of a temper tantrum, if I'm being completely honest. Is he having a temper tantrum? He's got a line. It does absolutely nothing because it's not stopping anywhere. I think the Pathfinder fail is to do with me not being able to get to that bit of the city, which is a shame. You know, you shouldn't be biased just because I can't get to that bit of the city, because otherwise we've just got a boat trip doing a boat trip. But, you know, there's been worse. And annoyingly, it's not letting me upgrade to the... Oh, just cancel that. It's not letting me upgrade either to have 2 piers. I think, much as I hate it, we're going to have to stick a new harbour in. There we go. And now we are broke, but we're broke for a reason. And now we can put in a boat line, and we're literally just going to do one that just tours around for now. I want him to, because it's not gonna let me, I don't think. Let's just try again. No, it's not gonna let me leave the city. So for now, we literally are gonna go, I don't know, to here, to here, to here. Just making stops up for fun. And then all the way back. There we go. See if anyone uses it. You never know. People might use it. And we'll let people park there for free and just, yeah, see what happens with our little first ever harbour by the hospital. Yeah. I mean, it's a cute little place. I don't think I'm quite the biggest fan of it, but, you know, we've done it now. Somebody suggested we put it in and we popped it in, so we can't complain. We'll just see if anybody uses it. And our city has grown without really trying, which is always good news. And in fact, we now have lots and lots of people living in our slightly posh cul-de-sac area where we've got rural roads, and so much so we've got traffic, which I thought was going to be the case, with people wanting to come in here. That should make life easier. Now people can get in and out. Well, we just need to get rid of all the frickin' roundabouts. Who the bloody hell is crossing roundabouts? Not a thing. It's not a thing. It's never been a thing. It's never gonna be a thing. Stop putting roundabouts at every frickin' junction. People don't cross roads at places like that. Not in England anyway. Like, why on earth would you be crossing a road at a highway? Come on, guys. Absolutely nobody would. Nobody ever. And then it just needs to be giveaway, really, doesn't it? So hopefully that is going to fix that traffic jam issue. What's our boat issue? No connection. Yeah, no. I know there's no connection to the outside world. You wouldn't let me. You wouldn't let me connect it. I don't know how to move. There must be a way to move a point. I would love to create a new connection. Yeah? But you wouldn't let me, would you? You would not let me take one out to over here. It says pathfinding's failed, whatever that means. Does anyone know what pathfinding failed means? I thought I could connect to the outside world without unlocking all the tiles, but I'm not so sure now. It's acting a bit suspicious. And funny enough, where we put all our bridges is where we've got a bucket load of traffic. And I think, to be honest, most of the traffic is just, yeah, the fact that we cocked up the bridges and, yeah, just, we've got a bigger city. Oh, we've got the Delucia apartments. Let's have a look at those. Delucia apartments. And I think that's going to look really good somewhere. Ooh. Where, though? Do we just plonk him in, shall we? Let's have a look. Ooh, no, he doesn't go there. Sorry. Oh, I have to delete you, do I? To move you. Okay, fair enough. Sorry, kids. You rebuild. Rebuild as you have done. Delucia's apartments is going to appear somewhere over here. Wherever. Where do we put you? Delucia's apartments. I think we could pop in... Ooh! Small City! And we popped him in... Where did he go? Oh, I popped somebody else in. Damn it! Sculpture's Mansion. You're in the wrong place, you turd. Right. Delucia... Mate. Oh, you're gonna have to go there. There you are, Delucia. Looking fan-dabby-dozy, I do say. And then we'll pop you back in. Might put a little path in there. And then the somebody's mansion. We talked about this being a slightly more upmarket area. By the time we're finished with it, at least. We're not yet, but it's a start. We'll pop you over here, so you don't look out of place. And what do you have in your garden? Is that a giant tennis court? Nice. And you're already there, look. Ophelia Higgins. Oh, homeless. All right. Oh, wealthy. There you go. We're going to follow you, Ophelia. You little sculptress who's uneducated and wealthy. Good for you. Good for you, Ophelia. Good for you. And then in the other bit, we've got, who we've got here? We've got 34 households out of 420. And I like that building. I think that is a cool building. Whether or not they want to be near the welfare office. I mean, and a giant parking lot. I think you'd rather be backing onto a park, wouldn't you? But we haven't got space to back you onto a park, my darling. So that's what you get. And what we're going to do is just make this into a little bit of a park if we can squish him in. Yeah, of course we can. And then we'll do one that just comes up here. And then we have, you know, backing onto the hospital and all the car parks, we have a little bit of a, I suppose, a little parkland area that I think would look really, really good. It's a shame we can't really squish in anything too parky. Well, I mean, we can, but because it's not, I don't know, it's not on thingies. It's not on a road. They don't classify it as a park, which is a shame because, like, that would look really cute, a bit dolled up. But equally, you know, these things, it all looks really nice anyway. That's what I'm saying. This bit I quite like. I think it's going to look really fancy by the time we're finished with it. And then we've got this area here that's going to be all higher end housing. We've got some EU shops popping up, and I think we have now reached a point that we can have high density business and shops, which about time. Let's see what crops up. Oh, this is all starting to look really, really good. And this is now building up and becoming more dense, which is what I wanted. It's just meaning that we're hitting an area of traffic. Okay, they look quite good actually there, don't they, those shops? They fit in quite nicely. I think they will continue to fit in really nicely, actually, if we just maybe pop some shops in. Ooh, whoop, 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 whoop. In there. There we go. Now we just got to think about how we're going to expand this built up area, because we've got a lot of, I suppose, towny kind of set up over here. This is built up, the wind starts to go this way, so I'm thinking if we build up back this way and then make our built up area go across this way, and almost these houses end up getting absorbed by the city, these more low density houses on this side, I think that's kind of going to be the vibe we're going for. But for now, that's where we're going to leave it. We've just reached small city, which means we've got 17 perks and we've got 15 more tiles to put down. And I think now is time to start thinking about university, putting in trams, and really almost pre-planning the road layout so that we can expand the city, the more dense area, and also make more towns and villages, which I think we're going to do back this away, expand all of that out. Yeah, that's going to look really, really cool in my opinion. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys soon, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.